Hey y'all, I'm Hope. Welcome back to another weekend vlog. I really enjoyed all the vlogging I did in May, so I've decided that I want to do more weekend vlogs moving forward. I enjoyed doing them in April. I liked the vlogging I did in May, but a week is a little bit too much for me to remember that I'm doing, because at the end of the week I tend to forget that I'm filming anything, and then I have like no clips for the end of the week, or they're all like little tiny short ones. So I'm gonna try and get back into doing some weekend vlogging, and I think this is going to, at least for now, I'm gonna see how this works, but I'm gonna replace like a lot of the themed vlogs I've planned with weekend vlogs instead. And you might be going, themed vlogs? What themed vlogs? And that's exactly the point. That's kind of the plan for now. We're gonna see how that rolls for June and whether this works out for me. But I'm pretty excited for this weekend because it's going to be like a calm, chill, get some chores done, do some reading kind of weekend. The last few I've been doing lots of like visiting, and I just have not had a lot of time to have downtime. So I'm pretty excited that this is going to be a more relaxed weekend. I'll have some time to do like some chores. I need to get the guest room ready because we have company coming in a couple of weeks, stuff like that. But you know, it's going to be nice. I think it's going to be fun, and I think it's going to be hopefully some really good reading time, because the first thing that I'm currently reading for June is The Priory of the Orange Tree, which I just started this morning, and I am approximately 4 pages in. So much progress. I started this briefly right before I had to go to work, but I'm reading this for the Tarot Readathon, which I'm really excited about. This is such a neat idea. I think this is the second time they've run it and the first month-long one they've done, but I joined the Pinnacles team, and my first prompt was 7 of Cups, which was to blindly pick a book where you like pull a stack and either blindfold yourself and grab one, or have somebody else choose for you, or even your cat, which I've tried to do, but my cats don't like to cooperate with that. They're like, why would we help you with this? So instead I gave my friends a list of emojis and they all chose dragon. So I'm going to be reading Priory, and I'm actually really excited that I'm getting to that this month, because I think the last few times I've tried to pick this book up have just not been times when I had the mental space to do that, when I've been more busy, and so I've been a lot more intimidated. But I'm actually really excited to pick this one up now and kind of see what everyone's been talking about. And now that the prequel is out, you know, if I really enjoy this, I could go out and read A Day of Hollow Night as well, which would be very cool. But I'm excited to be getting into this one, but I think I am going to choose another book to read alongside of it, because this is a brick, and I usually carry a book with me when I go places, and I don't want to carry this one, like, at all. So I'll probably choose like an ebook or something, because I frequently carry my Kindle with me, and I think that's kind of the plan for the next little while. Is I'm going to try and make some good progress on this over the weekend while I have the time, and then I'm also gonna like pick up an ebook to have as like my travel and waiting in line book, stuff like that. So that'll be really great, because I also have a haircut this evening, and I like to take a book with me for that, because sometimes my hairdresser is running a little behind, so I prefer to have like a book that I can read while I'm waiting. So that being said, I should pick something off my TBR trail list, and I'm really going to try to, but I think because I am on a team-based like competitive readathon team, that was a very strange way of saying that, I am so sorry. Words are not my strong suit, and you'd think they would be, given that I'm an English major, but like they're not. But I think I'm going to pull another card and see if I can fit one of my ebooks to a card, so that I can still be making progress towards my team's points. So that's kind of the plan, and we're gonna pull another card real quick. I even thought ahead and got the cards out. Look at me go. So I'm gonna pull another card and see what I can fit for that, so that I can be you know, making some more progress. Sir, I see you. My cat is currently trying to jump on my desk, which he loves to do, but I'm afraid he's gonna knock stuff over if he jumps up here right now, because there is a lot of stuff on the end of my desk. Like all of my camera equipment and my books are sitting over here. So, sir, you need to not be a chaos kitty today. Okay, well, this card didn't want to go back in the deck, so we're gonna go with this one. It tried to leap out of my hand into the floor. Oh, that's a fun one. So we have gotten Death, which, side note, I really love these cards. These are the literary tarot cards, and I just love the artwork on them. So let me pull up the prompt for Death. Read a book that explores a transformation. Okay, I really like this prompt, but I am gonna have to like think on it for a little bit because I'm not sure what I have that will fit that. So I will probably let you guys know what I've chosen for that next time I check back in. But for now, I've actually got to go get ready to go get my haircut. Yeah, I'm gonna go get my haircut and I will talk to you guys later. Well, it's a few hours later and I am freshly shorn like a sheep. I've had all of my hair shaved off. It's so nice to have my hair cut off, especially in this time of year, because it's so much lighter and so much less warm. But anyway, I've also managed to get about 20% into Silver Nitrate, which is the book I've decided to pick up for the transformation prompt. I was looking at the summaries for the books that I wanted to read this month, and this one mentioned something about a cursed film that reveals one woman's hidden powers or something. So that sounded a bit like a transformation to me. If I'm wrong, it's okay, I still need to read this one anyway, and I'll just pick something else up for the prompt, but I think that this could work. And I'm really curious to see where the story is gonna go because I'm about 20% in and I am loving the character so far, so I'm curious to see where the hidden powers thing is gonna come into play. But so far, the book is really establishing the two main characters, Montserrat and Tristan, as a dual POV, so you get both of their perspectives. And it's really establishing them as people, giving us a sense of like where they're at in their lives at this point and kind of their individual struggles. Getting a sense of like their friendship and how it's developed over the years and where they're at now in that friendship and the habits that they formed as a result of that friendship. And I'm just really enjoying that because I'm very much a character-driven reader, so I'm liking all of the setup for these characters. And I'm just curious to see where this is gonna go because they're both very flawed characters, but there's like a lot of genuine affection between them that's really sweet, and I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with them and with this cursed film and everything. So where I'm at, we're starting to get the beginnings of the kind of cursed film elements of the book, and I'm excited to see what direction this is gonna go. But yeah, that's kind of what I've read so far today. I'm like 4 pages into The Priory of the Orange Tree, so I haven't read that much very much today, but I'm hopefully gonna be picking up the brick tomorrow when I get home from work, or possibly tomorrow morning because I am reading before work most days now. So we'll see. I've got some reading done and I'm feeling pretty good about that. And now I am going to go play some Ace Attorney with my friend because I am nearly at the end of the last game in the trilogy, of the original trilogy. So we're gonna chip away at that some more and I will hopefully be done with that game soon because that's one of my games I have on my list of things I'd like to finish this summer. So that'd be really cool if I could finish that off. Happy Friday, and also welcome to the chaos that is my desk. I just have a million things sitting here all the time. So please ignore all of the lovely stuff in the foreground. But yeah, I just got home from work, had some lunch. My cat is now hanging out with me. Pumpkin, would you like to come say hello? No, he wants to go get in the window so he can look out. I like to open the windows for them during the day because they love to like get in the window, watch the birds. The neighbors pretty frequently have birds in like their front bushes out here and then like up on their roof, and so the cats love sitting in these windows on the side of the house so they can look out. Now you would like to come say hello, huh? No? No uppies? Come on. Yeah, okay. There you go. He likes to be a shoulder cat, so he's coming up to be a shoulder kitty for a few minutes. That's lovely, Pumpkin. I'm gonna turn you this way. Anyway, I just got home from work and I am planning to just kind of chill this afternoon. I need to do some more laundry. I just need to like move the load that's currently in the wash into the dryer. Please ignore my cat trying to eat my hair. Need to move stuff. Very exciting. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Pumpkin is helping. But I'm also planning to go ahead and like finish the crafting project I'm currently working on because I'm working on a shawl that I was making for my mom. It's a crocheted virus shawl, and I'm like this close to done. Elwood has not joined us as well. Hello, Elwood. I'm like this close to being done with this thing. So let me see if I can grab this out and show it to you. I have too many things on my desk. Is that going to be in the way? I can put it here. Pumpkin, you're going to be in the way, sir. Come here. Yep, come on over. Okay. Would you like to go to the window? He just wants to get off on the floor. Okay. He's meandering off to do his normal feline business, exploring the house, hanging out, watching the birds. Elwood's still in the window over here looking out. I don't know why I'm updating you on my cat's locations. I just think they're cute, and I like to watch them because they're silly. I have a crochet hook stuck in the middle of this. This is not supposed to happen. Anyway, shawl. Yes. It looks like this. I am on the 12th repeat, which I got to 10, and I measured it against another one I made that's a size that we both liked, and it was a little bit short still, so it needed like another 2 repeats, so that was at 10, and now I'm working on the last couple of rows of repeat 12. So I think I'm gonna finish those up this afternoon and then wait till my mom gets home so that she can take a look at this and see if it's a size that she likes, and then I will add the tassels because it'll have tassels on either end, and if she wants one I can add one to the middle as well, but the other one I've made has just tassels on either end. So that's kind of the plan for the afternoon because I'm so close to done with this, and when I'm done with that I'm going to do one of 2 things. I do have a couple of ongoing knitting projects I need to work on. One is a sweater I'm kind of sidelining for now because it's a little warm to be working on a sweater. I'm finding that having all of that wool sitting on my lap is making me very warm, and now that the weather is heating up again, I don't really want to do that. I also have a really pretty lace shawl that I started knitting for myself that I may pick up and start working on that again and see if I can finish that up, because I think I've done 2 of the 4 repeats I needed to do for the pattern, so I should be moving into repeat 3, which puts me fairly far into the project, so I may do that next. I'm not 100% sure yet. The other option is that I have a couple of like lighter weight patterns. There's a hat, there's some fingerless gloves, some things like that that I've been wanting to try, but if I do those I have to kind of wait till tomorrow because I ordered the needles I needed for them. I do not have the right size needles, nor do I have anything even close, so it's not even like, oh well, I could go up one and, you know, tighten my gauge up a little bit or something. I do not have the needles required. They're all calling for like US 1, US 1.5. I think I have exactly 1 set of US 1 needles, and it's DPNs, and I don't really want to work on DPNs. I would much prefer not to do that. I prefer a magic loop if I'm doing something in the round, so waiting on needles to come in for that. Yeah, I have many options. I enjoy having some kind of project to work on because I also have an audiobook I need to listen to soon, so I'll be listening and knitting for that. And I also like to do this when I am like catching up on my watch later playlist on YouTube, because I always have a million things in there that I've been wanting to get to. So probably will do this first today. And then my other goal today is I would really love to get to like 100 pages in on this one, because I am like 16 pages in right now, and at the moment I am really not sure how I'm feeling about this. I feel like this book is front loading a lot of world building. It's giving me a lot of politics. There's a lot of random names that are popping up. It's kind of giving me the gist of like the politics of the world, the 2 different countries, or 2 of the countries that are kind of central here. We have Ennis and Saiki, I think is the other one. And it's just kind of throwing like a lot of information at me, but I'm not caring about the characters yet, and that's kind of important for me to get invested in something, is I need to care about the characters. I'm very much a character motivated reader. And so right now we've met Tane and we've met Eid, and I like both of them, but I'm not like super invested in either of them yet, which again, I'm like 16 pages in, so like that's not terribly surprising, but I feel like it's prioritizing world building over characters. And so it's throwing a lot of information at me, but I don't feel like I have a good reason yet to kind of process that information and care about that information. So I'm curious to see where this is going to go, and I'd like to get like a good chunk of the way. I'm saying 100 pages, that might be a little bit ambitious, but if I could get even like 50 pages in and just have a better sense of how I'm feeling about this, that would be good, because at the moment I'm kind of struggling to convince myself to pick it up, which is not great given that it's 830 pages and I need to be making progress on it. So I think that's kind of the goal for today, is going to be those 2 things. And then if I have time later in the evening, if I reach those goals, I might also pick up Silver Nitrate again, because I really am enjoying that one, and I'm curious to see where all of the kind of spooky elements are going to come in, because we haven't quite gotten there yet. But yeah, that is the plan for the afternoon. and I will hopefully be able to share a finished shawl with you guys in a little bit, but we will see. I'm gonna go see if I can tackle those last couple of rows. It's done. Well, it's Saturday evening, about 7:30, 7:45. I haven't done anything today. I woke up this morning and I had the beginnings of a headache, which by the time I had gotten some breakfast with my mom and gone to the farmer's market and got home, developed into a pretty bad headache, and I was just miserable. I was in pain and nauseous all day, so I have not done anything. I didn't start feeling better until fairly late this afternoon. I am now, luckily, back to normal. I'm very tired and exhausted feeling from that. And it's always wild to me how much a headache can just make you feel tired, because it's not like you've done anything. But for whatever reason, I am exhausted now from this headache, and I haven't done basically anything all day. I did start to feel better, and I ate dinner with my mom and watched West Wing, which I've never seen before, but I remember it from when I was a kid because she and my grandmother would watch it. I would go to bed and I'd hear the theme tune playing in the living room. So now I've been watching some of that with her this afternoon since I started feeling better, and that's pretty much all I've done. And yeah, the other thing that happened was I had a book and some knitting needles that were out for delivery today, and I've just gotten a notification from Amazon telling me that the post office supposedly tried to deliver them, and they were marked as incomplete or incorrect address and were undeliverable, and I have to contact the post office. But I know that that's not correct because I had 3 items in the order, and one of them got delivered today from Amazon. The other 2 were shipped via USPS. And also I know that the post carrier, the mailman, that person, he never came today because we can hear the mail truck pretty clearly when it comes through the neighborhood. So yeah, they did not actually try to deliver anything, and I'm a little frustrated with that because that was on the knitting needles I ordered, and because those haven't come, I presume it means that my book is also not coming. Something has happened and none of our mail was delivered today, so I'm pretty bummed about that because I was really excited about it all day, despite the, middle of the day being, well, not middle, the most of the day being spent just trying to recover from a horrible headache. I felt awful, and it was getting me through it, and I'm pretty bummed that none of that stuff has come, because I was going to start a new knitting project with the needles that were going to come today. So oh well, I'm just gonna hope that they come tomorrow, because otherwise I have to contact the post office, and I hate making phone calls. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that all my stuff comes tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Monday, because tomorrow will be Sunday, so no post. But yeah, anyway, I think I probably am going to spend the rest of the evening doing some reading. I think I'm gonna probably read Silver Nitrate just because I'm enjoying that more right now, and I am curious to see where that's gonna go because it has a much slower build up than I was anticipating, but I'm really enjoying the network of relationships that it's building, so I am curious to see where that's gonna go. So I think I'm gonna go read some Silver Nitrate and probably just keep resting, keep getting some more fluids in me, because I definitely was dehydrated as well. So yeah, that's kind of the plan, and hopefully tomorrow will be better. I was not planning to update again tonight, but real quick before I go to bed, I did just finish Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 3, which is subtitled Young Fish in Reverse Punishment, which is such a fun title. I have no idea why it's called that, but that's what it's called. And I just finished this one, and to my surprise, reading through this, Volume 3 centers a transformation. So I got to use that for the death prompt. My face is really red right now, isn't it? I don't know what that's all about. It's very exciting. My skin likes to turn red at the slightest provocation. So this is normal. This isn't concerning. This is just oh, I got vaguely warm, I guess. Anyway, Volume 3 centers a different central antagonist than the previous volumes, and this particular antagonist is able to transform humans into these curse-like beings that aren't actually curses, but they like at surface level appear to be curses. And so that kind of transformation process and the protagonist's efforts to try and understand it and figure out what this antagonist is doing and what they're planning, that's very much the center of the story. And there's a lot about like they're trying to understand or learning about what the transformation process is, and basically what is this, how is this antagonist able to do this thing, because the creatures that the antagonist is creating are made from humans, but they look and behave like curses. And so like this is something they haven't seen before, and so it's a big deal for them to kind of figure out what's going on. And so conveniently, I needed to read a book that centered a transformation or explored a transformation, and I feel like this volume very much does that, so I was able to use it for that prompt, which means that I'm still reading Silver Nitrate, but I do need to pick a new card prompt. So I think I'm gonna do that in the morning, because I actually just really want to go to bed right now and get some sleep, because I didn't sleep great last night. So I'll pull a new prompt in the morning, and then I'm also going to continue on with Priory tomorrow. I think since I did not get caught up on my laundry today because of the whole feeling miserable for most of the day thing, I'll probably just like do laundry and read. It is Sunday morning, and I have another headache, because of fucking course I do. Pardon my language. But so does mean that my plans for the day are kind of out the window for now. I went ahead, ate breakfast, took some medicine, keeping my fingers crossed that that will help. And this is not going to get as bad as it did yesterday, because I was miserable yesterday. But I have got, if I can reach it, have me some Gatorade here, because that usually helps if I hydrate really well. And I'm just going to chill for a little bit, watch some YouTube, sit with a washcloth over my eyes for a little while, see if I can get rid of this thing, and then hopefully do some more reading later, because really honestly I'm annoyed that my weekend has gone this direction and I have not gotten to do any of the stuff that I wanted to do this weekend. So this is not the vlog I was anticipating it was going to be, but I will hopefully have a better time this afternoon once this has cleared away. Fingers crossed. I got a little distracted complaining about the headache, and I almost forgot that I also wanted to go ahead and pick my next tarot card for the Tarot Readathon. So I am feeling well enough to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and get the cards out, do that. How many times can I say in a sentence? I say a lot while I'm talking. I think you really notice the quirks of your own language when you film a lot, because then you're like, why do I keep saying this thing over and over again? Also, randomly, there are some like booster cards for this deck that have like, you know, alternate art on them, and they're just, I'm not using these ones right now, but my favorite one is definitely the Death card for this, which is the Mask of the Red Death. I think that's really cool. So I'm just setting these aside right now because I don't want to have like extras of those cards in there while I'm drawing for this, because that just feels kind of unfair to have like bonus opportunities to get the same card. So setting those aside, but just gonna shuffle real quick, grab something, and see what we can do from there, because I finished a book for transformation, so that's fun. I was actually really glad I remembered to read that manga, because it was due today. The library loan was going to end today, so I had been meaning to read it for a few days and just had not gotten to it, and I'm glad that I remembered to read it. So I think I'm going to wait a little bit before I put a hold on volume 4, because I've been reading these ones back to back, and while I'm liking Jujutsu Kaisen, I want to be able to prioritize some other stuff, even though they don't take very long to read. I think I just want to like set them aside for a little bit and come back to it later, which I have a little spreadsheet to help me keep track, because I have a spreadsheet for everything. I love spreadsheets. But yeah, just kind of shuffling. I think I've said this about 15 times now, shuffling until it feels right, until something jumps out of the deck at me, and then that's what we will go with. Also really enjoying the way these like gilded edges look on the camera. It's beautiful. I think we're just gonna go with this card. Let's see. We've gotten the Justice card, which, if it will focus, there we go. So that is the Justice card, which is, in this deck, the Count of Monte Cristo, which is cool. Oh, hang on. There we go. Go back to autofocus. So I love this card. I think this is some beautiful artwork, and I still need to read the Count of Monte Cristo. So bear with me for a moment while I pull up the spreadsheet and find out what this is going to be. Okay, Justice is read a book that addresses a social issue. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that one for a little bit because I'm not sure. I don't think I had anything on my reading list for the month that was that, but I will find something. I am certain I have something on my shelf that will work. So I'm gonna go check my shelves and I will come back to y'all later when I have picked something and hopefully also gotten rid of this headache, which again, fingers crossed. But I like this prompt. I think this is gonna be a fun one to read. Never mind, I found something the moment I went to look at my shelves because I had Yellowface sitting like right on top of one of the piles that I still need to like find a place for on my shelves. This is going to be perfect for this prompt, I think, because if you look at the like bottom paragraph of the summary, it says, with its totally immersive first-person voice, Yellowface grapples with questions of diversity, racism, and cultural appropriation, as well as the terrifying alienation of social media. So I think this is going to be perfect. I feel like that those are social issues that are really important, and I know this one is particularly looking at like issues of racism and marginalized voices in publishing, which I think is going to be really fascinating. I've been hearing so many good reviews for this and I've been really wanting to get to this, so this is perfect because I wanted to read it in June anyway. So that's exciting. I get to put Yellowface right back on my TBR. So I'm going to continue reading Silver Nitrate today, I think, when I am feeling a little bit better, because I would like to go ahead and finish that so I can get my view up. But then I've got, if I can get it off my desk here, these two to kind of alternate over the next little while. So I feel like this is a fun selection. I'm enjoying this TBR right now. I feel like I'm reading some good stuff and I'm excited to keep moving forward. I don't think I've talked about this one a little bit. I did read a little bit more. I did not make it to 100 pages. I'm about 35 pages in, and I've decided what I'm going to do is just read like a small chunk of this every day throughout the month probably to try and break it up and make it less intimidating, unless I just like get really in the mood for this and sit down and, you know, read a whole chunk of it. But I am liking it so far. I think there's some interesting things being brought up. I'm particularly interested to see what's going to happen with Tane, who is one of the two first characters we get introduced to, because she wants to be a dragon rider, and so there's like this movement towards like that goal, which I think is really interesting. I'm curious to find out more about why she wants to be a dragon rider. I'm curious to see like what her journey is like, and I really liked the dragons when they got introduced. They're very cool, so I am enjoying this. I think I'm starting to get invested in what's happening. I am liking Tane, so I am kind of getting interested in the world building for the eastern side of this story. I'm not totally convinced about Eid yet, so I'm curious to see where that's gonna go and how I feel about her as the story moves forward. But yeah, enjoying it so far. Not very far in, not super invested, so I'm not like dying to pick it up, but I am interested. So we're gonna see what happens with this one. But yeah, I'm really liking this TBR, and I feel like June is gonna be a really great reading month, as long as I can get rid of these damn headaches and actually get some reading done. It's about an hour later, and the good news is that the ibuprofen did kick in and I feel fine now, so I can actually continue with my day as planned, which is great because I need to do some laundry and I need to edit a video as well. I'd forgotten about that, and then I saw a bunch of people start posting their May wrap-ups, and I was like, oh yeah, I filmed that. I probably should get that edited. So I need to edit my May wrap-up. Bear with me, we're opening the blinds here because it's a little dark in my office. But yeah, I need to get that edited, and then I'm probably going to spend my afternoon kind of reading. So that is now the plan for the day. I'm going to edit a video, hopefully read some more. We will see, and my cat is excited because he likes it when the window is open. There's Pumpkin. Oh, it is out in the hallway. Let's see, can we see him? We can not see him, that is a towel. He's somewhere like right in here because my mom opened the front door and he was like, well, I have to go see what's going on. Some curious little cat. So, oh, there he is. Hey, bud. He is now gonna get on that chair. He's walking by me over here because he's realized that the window was open, so there he is. Actually, both of them, because Pumpkin is like right here behind the chair. He's stealing my seat. He likes to steal my seat because it is pre-warmed. I've been sitting there, and so now it is all cozy. It's been a few more hours. I feel like the last two clips look, or the last like 2 days of clips look like one day because I'm wearing like the same shirt in a different color, but not different enough for it to be really obvious. So I keep going like, how do I intro this next clip? Because this time has passed. We have moved forward in time. I don't know. I don't have answers. But anyway, it's been a few more hours and I did just finish editing the video for next Saturday. Right here. It's exporting. So that is done. And I also have managed to reach the 50% mark in Silver Nitrate. And I'm loving it so far. It is a very slow build-up. I feel like as horror books go, like I like a book with slow build-up. And no different here. I'm still really enjoying it. But I think this is one that's going to really appeal to people who like that. And if you want something that's creepy from the get-go, you're not getting that with this book. This book has a lot of build-up. There's a lot of like history that you need to know to get what's going on. There's a lot of work on the relationships between the characters because you have Montserrat and Tristan and their friendship, and then they're kind of like developing friendship with this director, Abel. And so like there's a lot of character work happening in the first part of the book. So it's taking a very long time to get to the horror elements. But for me personally, that really works. I'm very character driven. I really like all of this stuff happening with their character relationships and seeing like the tensions between them, the bits where their relationships fray, the bits where they're able to kind of like put aside their differences and come together. I'm really enjoying that part of it. And now that we're getting into the horror stuff where I'm at, it's kind of picking up more. The horror stuff had started a little earlier, but now we're really getting into the thick of things here. I feel like that payoff is really good because I really care about these characters. I care about their relationships, and that is making it more tense to me. So for me, this works really well, and I'm really enjoying Silver Nitrate, but I definitely think it's going to appeal more to people who like a slow build up in a book because it's very slow, but like in a good way. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's all the reading I've done today. I sat down and read for a few hours and have achieved that. It's like 7 o'clock, 7:20 now, so I think I'm probably gonna go eat some dinner and probably just spend the rest of the evening doing some more reading. I don't think there's anything else going on. I did do a little bit of knitting. I'm working on a lace shawl, which I'm not gonna get it out because one-handed, it's gonna be hard, but I've been working on this lace shawl that I started several years ago and then set aside because it was giving me some wrist troubles. When I started that fairly early in my knitting journey, and I love the pattern, but there's a lot of like knit two together and SSKs, and when I was doing that early on, I had a bad habit of really holding my needles really tightly because I was afraid my stitches were gonna slip off, and I have issues with like repetitive strain injury in my wrist because I have so many hobbies that are like repetitive wrist motions. And so I gave myself pretty bad wrist pain working on it. So I decided to decide and not work on it for a while. And so now I'm got cat hair in my mouth. I'm just now coming back to it. And it's going much more easily now because I've gotten a lot better and a lot more confident in my knitting. So I'm not like sitting there with a death grip on my needles anymore. So I'm able to knit for a little bit longer, but I'm also better about taking breaks than I used to be. So finally picking that up, and it feels good because I'm really excited about what that finished shawl is going to look like. It's, I think, going to be really pretty, and I'm excited to have it probably for spring of next year. But yeah, that's kind of the only other thing I've been working on. We did clean the house for a while earlier. I helped my mom with some housework stuff. We wanted to get the kitchen and the downstairs cleaned up, so we split up the work and did that for a while, and that was great. House is looking much nicer, much neater, and yeah. It feels like it's been a very productive day. It's been a good day, and I'm looking forward to the week now. I feel like I finally got a chance to like get some stuff done, but also get in some time to relax. So I feel like the week is gonna be, it's gonna be good. This is probably a terrible plan, but I am looking at my calendar and realizing I have a friend visiting, and I need to make sure I have videos that are ready to go up. But I'm also reading for the Tarot Readathon, and I want to keep doing that because I'm really enjoying this. So we're going to do a silly thing, and I'm going to pull another card because that makes sense. And I'm going to see if I can fit the other... There's cat hair in my mouth again. If I can fit the other arc that I need to read this month into a prompt so that I can go ahead and read it and get that review posted, because I was going to do a dual arc review for these because they're both like haunted media arcs. I'm reading Silver Nitro right now, and the other one I need to read is Mr. Magic by Kirsten White, which is another horror one about like a piece of haunted or cursed media, and I think that would be so fun to put them together. But I really need something to go up the Tuesday that my friend is here, which means I need to get on Mr. Magic like as soon as I finish Silver Nitrate so that I have time to actually film that and get it edited. So we're gonna pull another card and hope this goes my way. I'll be right back. I have to work quickly. I've just been called to dinner. I don't know what we're having, but it smells really good. And I am absolutely just gonna leave my desk messy for a little bit. So, where did my phone go? Is it in my pocket? It is in my pocket. This is probably like the worst idea I've had lately. Just like, I could get something that totally doesn't work, or yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to expect here. We're just gonna pull this one. You've gotten the Hermit. I seem to be getting a lot of the major arcana cards, which is interesting, but let me find out what the Hermit is. The Hermit, the prompt for that one is read a book you think you can read in just a few sittings. I'm gonna use Mr. Magic for that because it is a short horror book. I think it's under 300 pages. So I could absolutely read that in just a few sittings if I like just use it as like my morning reading or like buckle down and read it in the evening. I absolutely can do that. I cannot believe this has gone my way. So I'm gonna be reading Mr. Magic for the Hermit card, and I'm so excited that went well. So anyway, I'm gonna leave this vlog here because it's late in the evening and I'm gonna need to edit this video so I can go up on Tuesday. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this vlog, and if you have, I hope you'll consider giving it a like and maybe even subscribing to see what comes next. I'm currently posting every Tuesday and Saturday, so there is more content coming soon, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.